Hello, welcome to Yoga with Liza, day 58. This is May 12th, 2020. Tonight we're going to talk about cedar, cedar wood essential oil. There are 5 different cedar woods. There is cedar wood, thuya, or cedar leaf thuya, which is the ancient tree of life, and also known as the northern white cedar, which grows in the Northeast and Canada. Also, we have cedarwood atlas, which is the most common cedar wood. If you were to have an essential oil and pick it up and look at the bottle, it would say cedarwood atlas if you looked at the fine print. And so that would be a good thing. So cedarwood is an ancient wood and mentioned several times in the Bible, and we'll get to that in a minute. So cedar leaf thuya addresses the first chakra, the fourth chakra, heart chakra, is a ritual incense, the ancient name of Arbor Vitae, which means the tree of life. And cedar leaf thuya is a strong antiviral. It's effective against herpes 1, 2, soothes poison ivy, cold sores, psoriasis, also helps with viral warts, stimulates the heart, the uterus, nerves, is a mental stimulant, sedative, helps with menstrual problems, helps the prostate, and is an anti-tumoric, anti-carcinogenic. So that's cedar leaf thuya, or the great white cedars that grow in the Northeast and Canada. Cedarwood atlas, lots of cedars, which is the most common, is wonderful for the adrenals, is a mucolytic, antidepressant, antipyrotic, so it stops itching. So maybe that would be good for poison ivy too. It's good for the kidneys, hair loss, baldness, aids in the libido. We have to keep this clean for the kids. Helps with self-awareness and helps us become comfortable with self-touch. So cedarwood Himalayan, and I saw a sign there which means that maybe I have a kid out there, facilitates and helps, is also good for the adrenals, all of the things that cedarwood atlas is good for. But it gives us spiritual strength. And the cedarwood Himalayan is my favorite out of all of the cedars. It's a little bit gentler in scent, although the cedarwood thuya, or the white cedar, I'm becoming more and more fond of. So they don't talk about being antiviral, the atlas or the Himalayan, just the cedarwood thuya. Although they have other things that may be helpful in these current times. Now, then there's cedarwood Texas and cedarwood Virginia, which are actually junipers. So it's the Juniperus ashy and the Juniperus Virginia. They help with sinuses. They're great for coughs, bronchitis, sinusitis, and support wound healing. Works with security issues. So emotionally, they help us feel secure. And the cedarwood Virginia is the one, no, cedarwood Texas, I believe, is my one son's favorite. So that's the wisdom of the earth perspective on the cedarwood family. Coming into Valerie Ann Warwood, and I'm sticking primarily with the emotional, spiritual, and just gently mentioning some of the other aspects of each essence or plant or wood. Cedar wood is also great to make a chest out of, and it keeps the moths away. If you don't have a cedar wood chest, you can put some cedar wood atlas primarily on a rock or some type of potpourri bag and tuck that in your drawers to help keep things clear from there. And one thing that I do know about cedarwood atlas is it kills the ticks. Cedarwood atlas in thyme will kill the ticks. Everything else, the lavender, the rosemary, etc., repels the ticks and the fleas. And it's the fleas that it kills, not the ticks. All right, so Valerie Ann Warwood, cedarwood. Steadiness is the message of the spirit of cedarwood. It is the spirit of integrity, of stability, solidarity in all things. It has qualities that are often needed when the spirit is weakened by living too much, loving too hard, and being unable to forgive. It encourages the strength we need to continue on our pathway and urges us to hold fast to our dreams, helping to bring our hopes to reality. It can bring understanding from a non-emotional standpoint while allowing compassion to be ever present. Its spirit has energy to allow us to continue with a job or task that may seem distasteful to us. And it gives us strength not to feel revengeful. Cedarwood is the spirit of the ancients, the vigor, the might of the universe, its elders holding fast to the earth while living through many incarnations of human soul. It allows us to look into our past while looking forward to the future in strength of heart, wisdom, and the security of love. I think we all need a gallon of cedar wood. I do. Out of the Bible, cedars are mentioned. The trees of the Lord are full of sap, the cedars of Lebanon which he hath planted. Psalms 104:16. Fraser, the golden bough. In India, a fire is kindled with twigs of the sacred cedar, and the Danlala or Cybele, with a cloth over her head, inhales the thick pungent smoke until she is seized with convulsions and falls senseless to the ground. Soon she rises and raises a shrill chant, which is caught up loudly, repeated by her audience. Okay, this is used by the ancient Egyptians for mummification and by other ancient cultures for sarcophagic and placed in the temple building material. According to Dr. Christian Rach, the cedar played a central role in the Egyptian tree cult. Since it arose from the god Osiris, it became a symbol of an eternal return. For this reason, its wood but especially its oil, was thought to contain magical powers, which the proper magical formula could call forth. The Native Americans used cedar extensively for both medicine and spiritual purification. The Guarani, for example, hold the cedar as sacred, both wood, oil, and their shamanic practices, saying that the sap is part of eternity. Cedar was the first tree their god, Nanduravuzu, created, and it still stands in their paradise. So cedar wood is to encourage strength, focus, balance, fortitude, persistence, confidence, protectiveness, and concentration. So she mentions the other types down at the bottom, but was speaking specifically about the cedarwood atlas. And with the adrenal support, it's one that I had to grow to love. And what I mean by that is sometimes when you use an oil or a scent of some kind, initially I went, ew. Reminds me of an old cedar chest or the moth. And with continuing to use it, it now smells sweet to me and is a scent that I love. So whatever it was that it was bringing up in me, whether it was emotional or something physical that made me say, ew, with the continued use, I cleared that. And so now it smells sweet. Just a different way of looking at oils and essences. So it's wonderful to see everybody tonight. And tonight, with being strong, maybe you have your soup cans and your weights. We're going to do some slow, and we're going to do some moving. And I am going to try and keep it poses that are accessible to the majority of people in building strength and ways of building strength. So kids, get your soup cans. Wyatt, you got your soup cans? Angelo, Ricky, Henry, Jace, Cora, Ava, Maya, Braylon, Harper. Ava, I forgot to leave my glasses on for this, but I can do it. Scarlett, L'Oreal, Jason, James, Jensen, Emrys, Manny, Zenaida, Kyra, Weston, Carson, Owen, Skylar, KK, Dylan, Nina, and Lucas, Robbie, and Michael. And I called you today, guys, and you didn't pick up. So, all right. I'll call again tomorrow. Sunshine. We had some sunshine today. So I'm bringing the cans up and I'm making my sunshine. And I'm going to hold here for 5 breaths. Now I'm going to come into cloud, or grown-ups, maybe you call this goddess. I'm bringing my toes wide, my arms out. I have just soup cans. They're only the 15-ounce soup cans. I'm going with very lightweight because it's just enough to create a little bit of resistance. And I want to say thank you to Joan, who first showed me and helped me start incorporating some light weights into yoga. So especially for those of us who do not do sun salutations, okay, from star pose, ready? Bring the arms up and together. We're going to come into half moon, arch over to the side. I'll get back to that in the other part. And then inhale, come on back through center, come over the other way. Breathing into it. Inhale back up, making the full moon. So from moon, we're going to do our flying bird. So I'm bringing my arms out in a T, shifting the weight to the left. Bring that right foot behind. This may be where you hold. Maybe we hinge forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that right foot down. Arms come in. Exhale, bring the arms out. Bring that opposite foot back behind. Breathing into it. Airplanes tilting. My foot's not on level ground. Bring that foot back down. So being mindful and balanced, keep the foot on level ground, not half on the blanket and half on the mat. Shift the weight to the left foot, pick up the right, and let's come into our tree pose. And I'm going to do cactus arms in my tree pose so I can hold my soup cans. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot comes down, shift over, pick up the heel. Bring that left foot up. Gently bring the arms up. Breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From tree, we're going to come into ladybug, and maybe we keep our arms up in ladybug. Grandma went snap, crackle, pop tonight. Breathing into it. Those were my joints. And from ladybug, I'm going to bring the hands down to the mat and bring my palms. So I'm bringing the inside of my arms forward, coming into my lion's breath roar. Just one roar. And then I'm going to walk my feet back and come into tabletop, spreading my fingers wide, come into cow and cat and cow and cat and cow. Come back to cat, plant the toes. Let's come into downward dog. Shoulders come soft. Coming through, sitting onto the mat. Bringing the soles of the feet together for cobbler. And Lona's become very comfortable as being part of the scenery. She thinks she's doing the show too. Arrange the sit bones now with butterfly. Instead of bringing our arms up and flapping our wings, we're going to bring the cans to the shoulders. Let them unwind. Bring them in. Let them come out. Bring them in. And let them come out. and up and out and up and out. And one more time, up, all the way up to the sky. Bring them around, bring our knees up, give ourselves a hug. And ready, Rick? This is for you. Smell the flowers. What kind of flowers tonight? Whatever flower you want. Nerali, rose, lotus. Inhale. Blow out the candle. I know Ricky's going to come and blow it out for me again because Grandma doesn't do it right. One more time. Take a great big inhale in and blow it out. And one more time. Inhale and blow it out. Bringing our hands back to heart center. Thanking ourselves for our practice. My favorite mudra to the kids, my I love you mudra. Coming into the adult practice, and kids, you're welcome to stay. I need some lights. Everybody needs to help me shine some light on the world in our meditation. And not the flashy light, but so figuratively or literally, if we shine some light on the world, if you're a Reiki practitioner, hold the distance symbol in your head and we can send healing Reiki energy out to the world. If you're not a Reiki practitioner, maybe you say a Hail Mary or some other prayer in whatever religion that you may be. Maybe you literally hold a flashlight and shine it on the world with me. And so that we can keep the world in the light and of the light. Breath. Yes, at night we still have the stars and the moon. Gently bringing our hands to heart center. I'm moving the world to the light of the candle. Gently thinking of 3 things that we're grateful for. Maybe coming into our Ujjayi Pranayama, that ocean hushing sounding breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. And tonight, I'm doing this with my soup cans in my hand. If you're using weights, please be mindful. We're all responsible to keep ourselves safe. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the arms out and around. Inhale, up. Exhale out. Inhale up. Exhale out. Inhale up. Exhale out and around. This time, bring them out and around and come back through center. Out and around and come back through center. Out and around and come back through center. One more time. Inhale, out and around and come back through center. This time, inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale to the right. Coming back to center. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale to the left. Or the other side. If you did the left first, do the right. Breathing into it. Coming back to center. Inhale, bring them all the way up. Bring the arms all the way back behind Yoga Mudra. Opening the heart space, looking up to the ceiling. Open and close, open and close. Close the mouth and swallow. Bring the chin to chest. Exhale, come forward. Now, from behind, bring the arms out in front. Bring the arms back behind. Maybe we bring ourselves back up. Exhale, come back around in front. Inhale, back up. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, up. One more time. Exhale, forward. Now, come over to the left. Bring the belly to the thigh. Inhale, back up. Bring the belly to the other side. Maybe you bring the hands up and over. Bringing the stomach to the thigh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring it back up. Uncross the legs. Remember how they were crossed. And bring the legs straight out in front. Now, if you're using actual weights, they may work in place of blocks. Maybe you have blocks, but be mindful of the cans because they may roll. So bringing our hands to the mat or the blocks or the weights and gently, I'm going to use the blocks, pick ourselves up. The soft blanket doesn't work. So pick ourselves up off the mat. Pick up the right foot, pick up the left foot, pick up the left foot, pick up the right foot. Tuck it under if you can pick up both feet. Okay. Come back to seated. And I think I'm going to need to stay back here. So what I saw today, double yoga challenge, is bringing up the knees and the feet, and we're coming into our boat. And maybe your boat is all the way up. Now, in our boat, bring our hands to the mat and pick ourselves up. Okay, my feet come back down. If you can hold your feet straight up in the air and pick yourself up, I want to know. Gold star. Breathing into it. So strength that we're working on and lifting ourselves up. And if you don't lift yourself up, The second challenge in boat, take our cans, bring them in our arms, and come back into our boat. And so we have the resistance of the cans as we're holding ourselves up in boat. So if you can bring your hands to the mat and push yourself up and lift your own weight, that's great. Maybe you use the cans. Exhale, come on back down. It's a lot of core. Bring the foot in front, behind, and behind in front. And one more time, bring the hands back behind. Bring them forward. Maybe we come forward. Inhale, bring them back behind. Gently look up. Come on back around in front. Inhale, bring them back up and around. Come forward. Bring them back behind. Come forward. And you can do this sitting in a chair as well. And come back behind. And come forward. One more time. Come back behind. All right, ready? We're going to hold. Either bring your hands to the mat and pick yourself up in boat, or holding our cans up in boat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Row our boat. 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 Bring the feet back to the mat. Great big audible sigh. Bringing ourselves over, coming into tabletop. Knees come into the mat. Cans come to the mat. Maybe you have your weights. So in threading the needle, cans are optional. I'm putting one hand solid on the mat as I pick the other arm up overhead and thread the needle through. And inhale, bring that arm up overhead and thread the needle through. And one more time, bring that arm up overhead and thread the needle through and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the can back in front. Bring that hand back to the mat. Inhale, bring it up. Thread that needle through. Inhale, up. Thread the needle through. Inhale, up. Thread the needle through. One more time. Inhale, up. Thread the needle through. Inhale, coming back to center. Bringing both hands back to the mat. Bring that right foot back. Push back through the heel. Inhale, pick the right foot up. Pick the left arm out in front. Maybe your can is in your hand, maybe not. Exhale, bring the knee and elbow together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 5 more. Bringing the can back to the mat. Shift the weight. Bring that left foot straight back. Breathing into it. Pick up that left foot. Bring the right arm out in front. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 5 more. Bringing the can to the mat, bring the knees to the mat. Okay. Forearms to the mat. I'm pulling up the stopwatch. And we're going to come back into dolphin plank. Full minute. Go. It's okay if you come down earlier. We're at 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hips down to the mat. Yes, we'll do that one more time. Coming into our Sphinx pose, bringing our palms wide, hips come straight back, chin to the right, chin to the left. Make every muscle tight. Ideally, the feet come straight back, hip width apart. If you need more space in the low back, you can bring the feet wider for more space. Stick out our tongue and roar. And again, roar. And one more time, roar. Bring our hands back by our side. Come back through tabletop. Push ourselves back, downward dog. 5 deep breaths. Now, maybe you come back into tabletop. Maybe you stay in downward dog. Pick up your right hand and your left foot. Maybe you reach back and you get that foot. Maybe you simply reach back. Honor yourself. Bring the right hand and the left foot back to the mat. Pick up the right foot and the left hand or the opposite side. Maybe you reach back. Yes, you can come back into tabletop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands and feet down. 5 more breaths in downward dog. Yes, you can come into tabletop or child's pose. Breathing into it. Bring the left foot to the middle, the right foot to the middle. Walk ourselves up the middle. Coming halfway with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up, bringing the arms up overhead. Hands come back through heart center. Tadasana. Okay, one more time. Let's bring the arms out and come through center. Bring the arms out and come through center. Bring the arms out and come through center. Inhale, bring the arms up, out, and around. Inhale, bring the arms up, out, and around. Inhale, bring the arms up, out, and around. I'm holding on to my hands tonight as I step back with my right foot for warrior one. Pointing out, toes, knee comes over. Inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. And this may be where you hold. Maybe you feel more comfortable in cactus arms. We're going to hold for 10 breaths. So the weight's even between both feet. That back leg is engaged. The left knee goes towards the left pinky toe. So tonight I'm going to reach up. I'm going to bring myself all the way around, squaring off, coming back into warrior one on the other side. Inhale, bring it up, bring the legs wide, coming back to my star pose. Exhale, forward fold. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up. Right hand comes down, left hand comes up. Bring the left hand back down, make the knees soft, bring the heels in, come up, feel our goddess. Holding. I said in the beginning, some was going to be moving, some was going to just be holding strong. Holding strong. Inhale, back up. Bring the arms out in a T. Bring the left toes back. Feel our warrior two. Bring our hands in. Maybe you keep them wide. Bring the toes back around. Feel warrior two. Come back around to the other side. Straighten the leg. Bring the hands back around. One more time. Bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands all the way back behind, Yoga Mudra. Maybe you hook your fingers together with the hands. Look up, open, close, open, close, open, close. Knees are soft. Feel the stretch. Exhale. Maybe you release the arms and come back, flat back. Maybe we bring the arms up and over. Exhale, bring our hands back to the mat. Make our knees soft. Bring the knees to the mat. And I'm going to turn this way. Bring the big toe side of the feet out. So we're coming into a gentle frog. If that's too intense on your knees, bring your toes together. Feel wide like child's pose. Otherwise, let's feel our frog for 5 breaths, and then we'll come into wide like child's pose for 5 breaths. I'm just checking to see if somebody's telling me that the sound is off or some such thing. Breathing into it. Bring the toes in, feel our wide like child's pose. Inhale. I'm putting the timer back on. One more dolphin plank. On your marks, set, go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. No, I never could count right. Actually, that's not true. I'm very good with my numbers and math. Bring the toes straight back. Great big inhale. Tuck the chin. Everything's tight, engaged. Every muscle's tight, tense, 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 tense. Exhale, bring the hands back. Bring ourselves all the way back. One more time, downward dog. Shift the weight to the left foot. Pick up the right foot. Low lunge. And maybe you come down on your knee and bring it forward so the knee is over the ankle. Pick up the back knee. Everything is engaged. Now, tuck the tailbone, arch the spine like we're coming into cat. Maybe that front leg straightens just a little bit. Push big toes into the mat. Straighten the spine as we come up. And this may be right where you hold. Maybe you inhale and come all the way up and over. Exhale. Inhale. Keeping the legs strong. Option to keep that back knee on the mat as you inhale up. Exhale down. Maybe inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring ourselves down, straighten that right leg. Feel our kneeling pyramid. Bring the hands to the inside. Bring the right foot back. Maybe you push up, downward dog. Maybe you hold in tabletop as you bring that left foot forward. Bring the right foot back. Feel our low lunge. Tuck that tailbone under. Feel the big toes press into the mat. Straighten the spine. Coming long. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, come down. Maybe the knee comes down. Maybe you keep it up. Or maybe the knee stays down. Your choice. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Maybe you bring it all the way back up. Exhale. Bring the hands back down. Step it back. High plank or straight into downward dog. Knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it back over. Bring it up to the front of the mat. Flat back. Fold. Inhale all the way up. Bring the hands back through heart center. Tadasana. Shifting my weight to the left foot. Simple tree. Bring the knee to the right. Arms are up. Maybe you bring the foot in. Come to your choice of tree. If you want to bring your foot to half lotus, that's okay. Maybe your toes still in the mat. That's okay. It's all good. Breathing into it. Ten breaths. Breaths. Bring that right foot down. Shift the weight to the right foot. Dristi, eye height or above, looking at the signs. Namaste. Shifting the weight over. Gently picking up the left foot. Bringing the hands up. Ten full breaths here. Now maybe you can bring that left knee straight out in front. Maybe you straighten the left leg and hold in your cactus arms. Maybe the knee is bent. 6 more breaths. Strong. Bring the left foot down, shift over, pick up the right. Maybe that right leg comes straight out in front. My arms are strong. I have resistance here. So I said a light weight because we're going to be holding the poses. Breath, not the typical movement, but by holding, we're creating resistance. We're putting the calcium back in the bones where it belongs. Along with a lot of other factors, we need our vitamin D, our sunshine. We need to eat our calcium and our green vegetables or our dairy, however you choose to get it. All good things. Prana, life force. Bringing in life force that keeps us alive. Bring that right foot back to the mat. Shift the weight to the left foot. Bring the right foot back behind. Gently hinge forward. Weights to the center, hips are level. Maybe you bring your arms straight out in front. Maybe you come back out to airplane arms. 5 more breaths. Bring that right foot in, shift over. Bring the left foot back behind. Gently hinge forward, 5 breaths. Maybe you bring the arms out wide. Maybe you keep them in the middle. 5 more breaths. Bring that left foot back in. Bring our arms down by our side. Stacking the weight, shoulders back and around. Gently, mindfully bring ourselves down to the mat. Maybe you come into your wide leg squat, your ladybug. Maybe the hands come and we do lion version. Maybe you're sitting on the mat. Honor yourself at your edge. Now, coming into crow on our backs. If you have your soup cans, so we're going to sit back onto the mat and bring our feet up into the air, bringing our hands up as if we're pushing on the ceiling. Our elbows are to the inside of our thighs, and our cans are coming up. So if you do an upright crow and you lift your own body weight, beautiful. Do your upright crow. If you come into crow on your back, having the cans in your hands give you some resistance, so you're still building those arm muscles. Breathing into it, head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. You want to feel that right there. Breathing into it. Gently bring the knees in together. Bring the feet down to the mat. Now, gently bring ourselves down just a little bit. Now, so that you have space with your arms, so you can make cactus arms, and maybe even not cactus arms. So one option is cactus arms, and then bring the hands all the way up overhead. The other option is bring your hands down by your side. Now, as you inhale up, bring the arms straight back and over. Exhale, bring them back down. Bring your sit bones back down. Inhale, bring it up. Bring the arms up and over. Exhale, come on back down. Remember, keep the toes straight out in front like you're squeezing that block, big toes into the mat. Exhale, come on back down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, come on back down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back down. Great big audible sigh. I'm putting the hands over to the side. I'm bringing my knees into my armpits. I'm feeling my happy infant. Straightening my legs out in a V. Gentle. If I want extra stretch, I can take the hands. Inhale, pick myself up. Okay, you ready? We're going to start the flow. Exhale, back down. Bring the knees together. Bring the feet to the mat. Bring the hands down by our side. So, inhale, arms up overhead, coming up into bridge. This time, exhale, bring our back down, bring our legs up, the hands up. Legs come out in a V. Inhale, bring ourselves through center. Exhale, come back, bring the legs together, the hands come up and over. Bring the feet back down. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring it back down. Let's do two more. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, middle down. Legs and arms up. Feet wide, come through the middle. Exhale, down. Bring the feet together. The hands back overhead. Bend the knees. Inhale, up. Exhale, come back to start. Last time. Inhale, up. Bring everything up and over. Exhale, down. Bring the legs and the arms up. Bring the legs wide. Come back through center. Bring the feet back together. Bring it up overhead. Bring the feet back to the mat. Inhale, up. Bring it back down. Come back down onto the mat. Great big audible sigh. Pick the right leg up. Cross it over. Come into our incumbent pigeon. Stretch out the hip. Breathing into it. Bring the left foot back to the mat. Bring the right foot over to the right. Gently bring the right arm out in a T. Breathing into it. Bring it all the way back to center. Gently feel the reset of a bridge. Exhale, come on back down. Inhale, bring that left leg up. Cross it onto the right leg. Gently come into our incumbent pigeon. Bring the right foot back to the mat. Bring the left foot over to the right. Left arm out in a T. Bringing ourselves back to center. One more time, push up, feel the reset. Exhale, back down, bring the feet up. I'm bringing my fists to the base of my spine, gently lowering the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, hover, bend the knees, bring them back up. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover, bend the knees, bring them back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover, one more time, bring them back up. Lower, and you're free to hold in legs up the wall or bring through. One more time. Lower, 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 lower. Bend. Breathe it in. Pick it up. Feel our legs up the wall. Bringing my knees into the chest. Gently stretch out on the mat. If you want to do your fish or your Supta Baddha Konasana, feel free. Otherwise, gently bringing our palms up. Great big audible sigh, allowing everything to melt into the mat. Breath. Gently wiggling our fingers and toes, turning our head from left to right and right to left, bringing our arms up overhead, stretching from the fingers to the toes. Bringing our knees into our chest, giving ourselves a hug. Gently rolling over onto the right side. Pausing and thanking ourselves for our practice. Gently pushing ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. Don't sit on the cat. She did scooch over though. Bringing our hands to heart center. May the light within me salute the light within you. And when we are at this place, we are all the same. Namaste. Be happy, safe, and healthy until we meet again. Sending continued light to the world and all of you. Let me bring myself here and let's do roll call. Thank you all for coming out tonight. It means so much to me to see everybody. So Debbie Lou, yay. Danielle, good to see you. Ethel, Cindy, Nina, good to see you. Cecil, good to see you. Mr. Cecil Middleton in the room. Wendy, good to see you. Christina, good to see you. Dave, good to see you. Lori, good to see you. Sarah, good to see you. Patty, I knew I had some kids here. Wyatt, hi, grandsons. Auntie, good to see you. Thank you, Lori, good to see you. Everybody, let's keep our lights shining through the world. Be happy, safe, and healthy until we meet again. Tomorrow night, 7:20. And tomorrow night, we're talking about lavender.